Allow. Perfect. Okay, so welcome everyone. I am glad that you guys are able to make it today. My name is Jonathan Howard, and I am the instructor for the skiing and snowboarding course here at Georgia Highlands College. The course has been going on now. This will be, I think, the 44th year, 45th year, somewhere around in there. And so this course has been going on for a long time, and I've been teaching it for 6, 7 years now. And so this meeting is just to give you guys more information and answer your questions. When you think about the skiing and snowboarding course, it is a college course. The travel days for the course are January 5th through the 9th. So we leave on a Monday and then return. We're done skiing on Friday the 9th. This is before the spring semester starts. And so that means this course, when you leave the mountain on Friday, this course is complete. Everything you've done for the course, you'll have nothing else to do for this course after the 9th, but it does count towards your spring semester. So just kind of keep that in mind. So you're kind of finishing a course before the spring semester starts. Before the 5th, there are a few things that you have to do in December, a couple meetings and a couple of assignments, some things you'll complete before then, but you'll get this entire course completed at that time. So registration for this course, there are 3 steps to the registration process. All of those have to be completed by December 4th. And then there's my information if you want to contact me. It's pretty simple. So with that being said, I want to talk about this course. This course is a little bit unique. It does have an additional fee to it. It's kind of like if you've ever taken a science class and it has a lab fee with it. This is a fee that comes along with the ski course. It's a little higher than the others, but I want to talk about what you're paying for when you come skiing and snowboarding. First of all, we go through the French Swiss Ski College up in Appalachian Ski Mountain in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. That's about 20 minutes outside of where we will stay, which is in Boone, North Carolina, which is a big city in North Carolina. Appalachian State University is there. And so it has all the accommodations that you can think of for a big city. So this experience is really for anyone, whether you're an expert skier or you've never seen snow before. We match the lessons and to the ability of the person. So no reason to be fearful if you've never seen snow before, and no reason that you can't take this course even if you've skied for the last 20, 30 years. We've had everyone come. And we also do have some options available for non-credit students. So if you have friends outside of Georgia Highlands that want to go, that can be arranged, but it's a different process that I can answer your questions about outside of this meeting. So when you pay this fee, or what you're going to do is when we go up to Boone, North Carolina from the 5th to the 9th, is we'll ski every single day. I'll show you guys a schedule of what that looks like. But in the additional course fee that you pay, it includes 5 sessions of skiing and snowboarding, so 5 lift ticket days. 4 of those days we're at Appalachian Ski Mountain, and 1 of those days we are at a place called Sugar Mountain. So you get lift tickets for those 5 days, those 5 sessions of skiing. If you're a true beginner, you get 5 one-hour instructional lessons along with practice. If you're an intermediate or advanced skier, you get 4 sessions. You get 4 one-hour lessons. And so these are small group lessons, usually with just people from our classes, maybe someone else from another college that goes up there, a couple people, but usually there's less than 5, there's around 5 to 10 people in these lessons with you, and you usually know all of them. In addition to that, your equipment can be provided. There's an option if you have your own snowboarding or skiing equipment, but most students don't. And so your equipment that comes is if you ski, if you choose skiing, you'll get skis, bindings, boots, ski poles, and a helmet. If you're a snowboarder, you get a snowboard along with bindings, snowboard boots, and a helmet as well. Helmets are required when we're up there. We want you guys safe. And so all of the equipment you need for actual skiing or snowboarding is there, and you get to choose between skiing and snowboarding. You don't get to change during the week. You have to pick before we go up there, and you're stuck with that particular mode, either skiing or snowboarding, throughout the week that we're up there. You do get all of your slope tickets are included. If you choose us to help with your housing, you get 4 nights of lodging in the downtown Boone area. I believe the Quality Inn and Suites of downtown Boone, North Carolina is typically where we stay. And so the pricing is as follows. So this is a price that you have to pay up front. You have to pay this fee before December 4th. If you have financial aid, you can't have financial aid pay for this up front. due to the fact that this course or this travel occurs before the spring semester officially starts, and you could withdraw from your classes. If you have financial aid, the way it would work is if you did have enough money to cover this fee, is you would simply get that as a refund when refunds are issued in February, but you do have to pay for it up front. There are 6 options to choose from. Most people don't have their own equipment and everything they need, so most people are going to ignore this own equipment, and they're going to go where you need rental equipment, again, skis or snowboard, and you have 3 options to choose from. If you want your own room, so just you by yourself in your room, that price is $900. If you want a multi-person room that can have 1 to 2 other people in there, so a max of 3 people in that room, it's $700 per person. And if you have people you're going with, you can put that on the forms that I have, and I am usually able to 100% put you with the people that you request. It's not a big kind of issue at all. I do have to say males will be with males, females will be with females. So if you're asking to stay with your boyfriend or girlfriend, I cannot accommodate that. And then the last option that's $550 is if you want to find your own housing. So maybe you know someone in the area, maybe you want an Airbnb, maybe you want to find a different hotel because you have points, whatever that may be, you'd pay $550 and you get everything included above except for the lodging. If you do your own equipment, you get everything listed above except for the equipment rental. And if you choose own housing, own equipment, it just doesn't come with either of those. And so that's kind of how that works. And that fee has to be paid to our business office by December 4th, along with the other things to register for this course. So what does registration look like? It's 3 things that you have to complete to register for the course. The first thing is unless you've taken this course with me before, which there's a couple of people looking at that, but I don't see those names right offhand. Everyone registers for PHED 1420, which is beginner snow skiing. Even if you're an advanced person, it is how it is defined in the catalog as if you've never taken a ski course with Georgia Highlands or for college credit before. Everyone takes 1420. If you've taken this course with me before or you want to take it again in the future, we do have an 1421, an intermediate snow skiing, that you could take this course for a second time and receive college credit for it. So you've got to register for 1420. With your spring registration, you must pay the fee that we just talked about to the business office. And then there's a packet of forms that I have to get: liability waivers, emergency contact, your ski or snowboard preference, things like that. That's a packet of forms that you can get by emailing me at jhoward@highlands.edu. And those have to be returned to me digitally, completed, signed, all of those things before December 4th in order to stay for this. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. Please note that the main portion of our course is the January 5th through the 9th, but there are 3 other times that you do have to do something for this course outside of that 5th through the 9th, and those are in December. We have 2 class meetings, Tuesday, December 9th and Tuesday, December 16th, from 7 to 9 p.m. on the Cartersville campus. These are 2 days where we go over the laws of skiing, we go about safety with skiing, we talk about how to dress, we make sure that you're prepared for the week of skiing that we're going to do. These are really crucial times, and it's also a time where you get to meet your other classmates, your possible roommates, look at different driving arrangements, so it is kind of keep those things in mind. And then on January 4th, Sunday, January 4th, we have a virtual Teams meeting. It says 2 to 4. It is not 2 to 4. It's a drop-in to for you guys to let me know that you're still going on the trip. You didn't break your leg between the 16th and the 4th and can't go anymore. Or sometimes I have to give updates. There was one year where there was no snow on the mountain, so Monday we didn't ski. We wound up getting 24 inches of snow Monday night, and so we skied on Tuesday. It was not a big deal, but it was able to let you guys sleep in. One thing I didn't note with the price, so the price that you guys saw, it showed you everything it did include. The big things it doesn't include is travel. We as Georgia Highlands for this particular course do not transport you. We don't have a van. We don't get a bus. You are responsible for your transportation up to the Boone, North Carolina area, and you are responsible for all of your transportation throughout the week. So from the hotel to each of the different mountains that we go to, you're responsible for all of that. And so a lot of students do choose to carpool. I do have a GroupMe link that you can sign up for where people interested in the ski course are chit-chatting about riding together, finding carpooling, things like that. But you're responsible for all of your transportation. You are also responsible for all of your food. The hotel that we stay at usually has a free breakfast. It's got waffles. It's the basic kind of hotel breakfast, but you're responsible for all food. You can buy it around there. There's plenty of it. Bring it to eat. Anything like that. And the final thing is you're responsible for the clothing that you need to ski in. The weather can vary greatly. We don't provide ski coats, but most of you probably have what you already need, or for a very minimal amount of money, 20, 30 bucks, you can get a ski coat off of Amazon. You can borrow something, or there is rental equipment at the ski lodge as well, if you choose to do that. And we'll talk about that on these ski session days. But on the 4th, we do have a drop-in meeting that takes 15 minutes and kind of covers everything. So again, this particular document, I have everything kind of laid out, what it kind of looks like, that registration process, when things are. I have these listed again, but the big thing I brought this up for was to give you a general idea of what that week would look like, Monday the 5th through the 9th. So on the 5th, you would actually head up to Boone, North Carolina, Appalachian Ski Mountain area in Blowing Rock. The address is right there. We will ski on Monday the 5th. You'll drive up. It's about a 6 to 7 hour drive, depending on where you're coming from the North Georgia area and to Boone, North Carolina. And so you'll meet up there at 2 o'clock on that day. And at 2 o'clock, you need to be ready to ski, kind of dressed out, have all of your stuff, because we'll hand out slope tickets. You'll can get lockers. We'll get all of your ski and snowboard equipment. And then at 3:30 that day, we will start skiing. You'll get out on the slopes and you'll have your first lesson at 3:45 for beginners. If you're intermediate, you get some time to warm up, and your first lesson is at 5 o'clock. And we'll ski from about 4 o'clock that day, 3:30 that day, into about 10 o'clock that night. So the first ski that you're ever going to do with Georgia Highlands, if it's your first ski ever, you're going to do a night ski, which is really, really fun. It's a great way to start out the week. After 10 o'clock, you'll pack up those skis, you'll change out, and then you'll head to wherever you're staying for the night. If it's us, it's either the Sleep Inn or the Quality Inn in Boone, University, North Carolina. You can check into that hotel that night. I'll let them know you're coming. You can't check in before we start the day. Always let students know that. And then the next 2 days look very similar. Tuesday, the 6th and 7th, we go back to Appalachian Ski Mountain. You should be out there about 9 o'clock starting to ski. Your first lesson is right before 10 o'clock at 9:50, it's technically at 10 o'clock for beginners and 12:30 for intermediates. Your two lessons that day are at 10 and 12:30 for beginners, and intermediates it's at 11:15 and 11:45. So you get 2 lessons on Tuesday. And then you get to ski until about 5 o'clock that day, putting into practice what they show you. At 5 o'clock, you guys are good to leave. You can ski for a little longer, or you can go and get rest, which is what I encourage. Get dinner, hang out, do whatever you guys want to do. You're adults, you kind of get to do what you want. Wednesday looks the exact same. The only caveat is intermediates, you only have 1 lesson that day instead of 2, but it looks the same. Start at 9, 2 lessons, ski till 5 o'clock, and then you get to just kind of relax for the day. And then on Thursday, the 8th, we go to a different mountain than Appalachian Ski Mountain. We go to Sugar Mountain, which is a completely different mountain, completely different feel. We want you guys to get a different experience. And we ski from 9 to 4:30. We'll get your lift tickets that day, your slope tickets. You'll meet us in the cafeteria. We talk about that. And we ski out there that day. Thursday after 4:30 is your time. And then Friday, we go back to Appalachian Ski Mountain. You'll check out of your hotel before you leave. Arrive at 9, and then at 10 o'clock and 11:15, what you have is not a lesson, but you have a little skills check. The instructors that you've been going with come through and have you do a little skills check for looking for competency. It's nothing crazy, but this comes back as part of your grade for the course. We need some way to actually evaluate you, and so there's a little skills check. And then we usually, after this, about noon, we all get together, take some group photos, and I'll release you guys at noon on Friday to head back home so you can get home before dark. But you do have the opportunity to ski till about 5 or 6 o'clock that day. It just depends on when they cut our tickets off, and I'll tell you more once we're up there because I'll know those times. But you'll have to return your equipment that night at the latest at 6, and then you'll head home, and you'll have a safe trip, again, responsible for that travel. And on your way home, the course is done, and shortly after that, I'll have all of your grades up, and so you'll be finished with an entire course before really spring starts that Monday. What is that, the 12th or the 13th? And that's our trip. So some rules: you are part of Georgia Highlands, so we just kind of, act like adults, and you guys are fine. Yeah, so that's all that I have. That's a quick overview of the ski and snowboarding course. And so I want to open it up to you guys for questions. Feel free to put them in the chat or simply unmute and let me know. If you want any of the forms you've seen today or you want the sign up packet, just email me at jhoward@highlands.edu. I can definitely shoot it your way. And I'll have this recording available some time either later today or tomorrow. Questions?
I had a question about clothing.
Yeah.
So I have no clothing for snow. I have lived in the snow before, like in an area where it snowed, but I've never been skiing or anything, and I do get cold easily. So I can get like a ski jacket or a ski coat off of Amazon. Do I need like waterproof pants? Do I need special shoes or boots or
Yeah.
anything to be walking around? I mean, it's not going to be loud everywhere, right?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So it's really interesting with the way that it is. So it can snow up in Boone. It definitely does. They're good about keeping the roads clear. If we get snow up there, it's very dependable, or it's very intermittent. Who really knows? While we're actually like not on the ski slopes, most of the time there's not a ton of snow unless it just recently snowed, and then even then it's not usually tremendous amounts. Most of the snow we'll be skiing on is blown. So I wouldn't say you need winter boots. I don't wear winter boots. I literally wear sneakers because I'm just moving in between buildings and into a car kind of thing for the most part. The boots that you get for skiing or snowboarding are waterproof, and that's what you'll be wearing anytime you're on the slopes. So they keep your feet
That's
dry.
part of what's rented. The boots that go on the ski thing are rented. Okay,
Yeah.
so
You're just
am I
looking
gonna
at
freeze if I wear like my
yeah.
pants from Georgia?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And I really have to say, like, it depends on the weather. I've skied up there when it's 65 degrees and raining, and I've skied there when it's into the teens with wind chills into the single digits, and that's kind of where it is. And it's hard to say right now what it's going to look like. What I tell people, though, is you have layers, and we'll talk about how to layer appropriately those class days. The three things that I recommend if you want to, you can buy. The three things as far as clothing goes is ski goggles. Ski goggles are really helpful. It's probably the most needless thing. Like you could wear sunglasses up there. You do need to protect your eyes, but you could wear sunglasses. I like ski goggles. You can get those for like 20, 30 bucks, especially if you start looking at Amazon on sales coming up in the next couple weeks or months. You'll be able to find it before we go.
Included. Okay.
Ski goggles are not included. The other two things I recommend buying is a ski coat, so kind of a waterproof or water resistant warmer jacket, or really just something to have on the outside that's water resistant, and then ski pants or ski bibs. I have done this in the past, and I know students who have layered up appropriately and then put something on the equivalent of like rain pants and a rain jacket on the outside to keep their clothes from getting wet, and they're able to stay warm. Let me see if I can just quickly pull up. It's a good question. If I just go to Amazon and go here, and then I just type in like ski bib, it has some results here for something that would work until you know you're a true skier. They're not going to last the longest in the snow, but I've bought these myself for my wife when she tried it, and they're $35 and they may go on sale. It looks like men's maybe a tad bit more expensive, but there's options here. They really range, but there's some for $38, $35. If you type in ski coat, and the good thing about these, if you do get them, that you can use them when it is cold in Atlanta. But they've got some here for $50, and I would imagine if you scroll through this, you can find some for about $30 again, $37. Again, if you find the right sale here in another month or two, I know you can find it. And then ski goggles. You can find some sets for, I think these are kids, so be careful. 20, $30 here. Oh, they've got some right there for $11 right now. So that's kind of my recommendation. If you're looking at not knowing some cheaper ways, or just trying to find out what you have in your closet and you've got time to look for those kinds of things or borrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anything else from us right now? Casey, I don't need anything from y'all. It's just about giving you the information and getting registered. If you're wanting to do this, email me for that packet of forms if you don't have it already, and then getting registered for $14.20, paying that fee, and getting those forms back to me in the email that
I've got all that.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
Sent it this morning. I'll get it filled out and turn back in. Have a good day, guys.
Perfect. Thanks, Casey.
Bye.
Yeah. The other thing is, in that packet, I do provide you a form that helps you pay with the business office. It just gives them a form that helps them know what's going on, because not all of them are always aware that this fee is coming up. They know the course, and so it just gives them some basic information. Other questions? Rachel, I think I answered yours about clothing. What other questions do others have? What do you... Go ahead, Carol.
What is the change in the fee if we provide our own housing and ski equipment?
Gotcha. Great question. I have it pulled up here. So if you are wanting to do your own housing and you have everything you need, from a helmet to skis or snowboard, bindings, boots, poles, you could go for $470 if you want to find your own housing. We're not responsible for any of that. You are, and you're going to get all of your own equipment. So basically that $470 would cover your lessons, your slope tickets, and kind of like your sessions for skiing and snowboarding. So really the slope tickets and those 5 sessions of skiing and snowboarding are the same, and your lessons is really what that $470 would cover for you if you did your own housing and own equipment.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Other questions, concerns, comments?
I had a question.
Yeah.
About how far is the distance from the mountain to the main city? If you guys said you're going to be in Boone, correct?
Yes. So where did my window go for? I think I closed it out. So it is probably from about where we typically stay as far as the hotel itself, and then Appalachian Ski Mountain. I want to say Appalachian Ski Mountain. It's probably like a 20-minute drive. It's not super far. It's a really open highway too. There's nothing back roads. Most of these stay very well plowed, because they need them to, because they want it skied. So if we're looking here just to downtown Boone, North Carolina. That's walking. I was like, it's not 2 hours. Apparently I was looking at walking somewhere. We wouldn't take this. You would take this 23-minute, 8.8 mile route. This is a bunch of back roads you wouldn't want to take. But it would be this route right here. And so Boone, North Carolina, you're looking at a 20-minute drive, 23-minute drive. Our hotel is this one right here typically. This La Quinta, there's also a Quality Inn and a Sleep Inn all right there together. So going from here to this red dot, and then Sugar Mountain is about, I want to say, a 30-minute drive. It's a little bit further in a different direction. But if that's right, yeah, about a 30-minute drive to Sugar Mountain, where we'd go on that Thursday.
Okay, perfect. All right, just wanted to kind of see relative distance.
And then just so we all have an understanding, I'm just going to do the Cartersville campus for Cartersville GHC. Just so you guys have an idea about what that drive is up on Monday that you'd have to make. About 5.5 hours right now, maybe 6, depending on where you're coming from. For me, I live in Dallas. I usually plan about 6.5 to 7. I'm just a little further from the interstate. So that's about what you're having to make that first day in order to get up there on time for that Monday ski session. Yeah. Carol, do you have another question, or just hand still up? Oh, perfect.
Oh, no, that answered my question.
Okay, cool. Other questions, other things that I can help clarify, answer for you guys?
No, this was helpful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys for coming. I will stop my recording.